My friends, how are you doing? Happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Most welcome. So my friends, I just wanna tell you that I want you to turn on your cameras and turn on your mics so that we can I can see you all and interact with you كده. Hello Matar, hello Marwa, hello Word, again, happy to have you again. Hello Reem, happy to have you again. Hello Mr. Ahmed, how are you doing? My friends, today's session, from this session we have three objectives. The first one is to tell you how to teach it a speaking session. The second one is to provide you with the steps you need to follow in order to write a speaking lesson plan. And the last one is to tell you how to overcome problems that may face you while speaking or teaching a speaking lesson. Okay?
Okay, that's
Okay.
great. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Absolutely welcome. So I told you that we are going to start with a demo for a speaking lesson. Okay? So now you are supposed to be acting like students, not teachers. After we finish this demo, we are going to reflect on this lesson. Okay?
Okay, Doc.
Okay.
Okay. So now we were starting with the first part here, and I was asking, is it important to have things in common between people who are near to you or no? And why?
I guess yes.
Yes, of course.
Great. So here we have two questions, my friends. I will send you now for 2 minutes in breakout rooms to discuss these two questions, and then we will talk. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, off you go. Welcome back, my friends. So, my friends, did you have similar opinions or different ones concerning the two questions?
Similar opinions.
How? How? Tell me, Yasmin. What about the first question?
He told me that if we had the same interest, the same opinions, we gonna share passion together. We gonna do adventures together, actually, and all of these gonna strengthen our bond.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. So you mean we love people with their shared interests with us, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm one of those fans for that. Great. So let's
We
go for
didn't
the second.
go. We didn't.
Yes, let's go for the second question. What about the second group? Did you have similar opinion or similar experiences or different ones? Anyone from the second group? Mr. Girgis, I think you were talking about that there.
Well, I'm Shinoda, at the beginning, but it's okay. I know the title. Well, honestly, I've already talked about, a friend of mine. We used to work as English, teachers. At the beginning,
Mhm.
we just, oh my God, like the relationship was, somehow tough. Later on, it just, we were like peas and carrots.
And what made it peace? Yeah, what makes this a change?
Well, honestly, I'm a type of person who keeps his temper, right? So at the
Mm.
beginning, he was just forcing me to do a lot of stuff, ordering me to do many things, like
Mm.
do this task,
Yeah,
leave
I know.
that, and the new teachers and so on. And I was just doing everything easily. But then,
Mm.
I told him, that's enough. And we fixed this problem.
Yeah, I know that. So that's fine. I'm happy to hear that everything is in peace now. So let's go, my friends, for the coming parts.
Module 1.
Now, we are going to listen to two conversations. What I want you to do is to listen carefully for these two conversations and tell me what do they have in common or got in common, and what do they got different, okay? In each conversation. So how many conversations, my friends?
Two.
So will you tell me about similarities?
And differences.
And different.
Exactly, yes. Great. So that's very fine. So
Module 1. Recording 7. Conversation 1.
Philip. Can I introduce you to Petra, a friend of mine from Prague?
Hi, Petra. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
You were in Prague last year, weren't you, Philip?
The year before last, yeah. It's an absolutely beautiful city. The architecture is amazing. I loved it.
Oh, yes, I do too. Were you there for a holiday?
Yes and no. I actually went over to watch Scotland play football. I'm a big football fan.
So am I. I was at that match too with my brother and father.
Oh.
They're crazy about football. It was a good game. A shame there were no goals.
Yeah, there are never any goals when I go to matches. Anyway, what are you doing here in Edinburgh?
I'm working as an au pair with a Scottish family for a few months to improve my English.
So, you look after the children and do the housework?
Well, really, I just look after the children. I'm terrible at housework. I don't like it at all.
Oh, it's the same with me. I hate it. I'm terrible.
Yeah, and they've got 4 children, so I'm pretty busy.
Gosh, I can't think of anything worse than spending my day with 4 children.
Oh, don't you like children? I really enjoy it. They're lovely children.
Oh, not for me, thank you. Anyway, so, which part of Edinburgh are you staying in?
I'm near the university, Dalkeith Road. Do you know it?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I live very near there too. Clark Street is very nearby.
No, I don't know it.
Well, perhaps I could come round and see you sometime. And we could go and watch some football together.
Yeah, that would be great. I really want to go and watch some more.
Conversation 2.
Hi, Carrie. How are things with you?
Oh, hi, Andrew. Okay, I suppose. Not too bad.
How's your job going?
Oh, don't talk about it. I've moved to a new office, and I just hate it. The people are so unfriendly. Actually, I'm looking for a new job.
Oh, really? Me too. I'm just so bored with my job. I've been there far too long.
So, what kind of thing are you looking for?
I don't know, really. Maybe something in the travel industry. I'd love to work somewhere nice and hot. Somewhere like Spain.
Oh, I know. It would be lovely to go and live abroad, wouldn't it? Hey, we ought to go out there together. You and me set up a travel business.
The only problem is I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know if that would count against me.
No, I don't speak Spanish either. Don't speak any foreign languages for that matter. It's terrible, isn't it?
Oh well, one day maybe. Anyway, how are your family?
So my friends, did you get or did you get? Okay, welcome back, my friends. So, did you have similar answers or different ones, my friends? So now, Mr. Mahmoud, what about the first conversation? What did they have in common?
Yeah, I think they both like football matches, and they are very big fans for this. And I think they didn't like and hate houseworking, I think.
Yeah, so do you agree with that, Noura?
Yes.
Very fine.
Yes,
Thank
and
you
we
very
agreed on this. Me and Mrs. Ward.
That's great. Thank you, Mr. Mahmoud and Miss Noura. So let's go for differences. What about let's go for the second conversation. What are the similarities and differences? Who wants to share?
They
Yeah.
wanted to change their job, but he wanted to travel to
Great.
Spain, and she wanted to travel to Liverpool.
So this is a difference, right?
Yes, and the
Great.
similarities is they wanted to change their job
Right.
because people in her job is unfriendly.
Nice.
Yes,
That's very fine. Thank you, Mr. Huba. iPhone. This is
Yasin. Yasin.
Mr. Yasin. Okay, so
Welcome,
that's
Miss
very
Khaloud.
fine. Hello, yeah, Mr. Yasin. Tell me. So, my friends, here we have some phrases and the 3 columns. What I want you to do is to put each phrase in the right column. For example, let me do the first one with you. Oh, I am the opposite. So finding things in common, find differences, or telling other people. My friends.
Again, please.
The first one, oh, I am the opposite. This is things in common, finding differences, or telling other people.
I think finding differences.
Yeah, exactly. So my friends, I want you to do the same. Work individually first for 2 minutes. Off you go.
Yeah, okay.
I'm lazy, I can't write.
Okay, my friends, done?
Okay, done.
Okay, so breakout rooms and let's talk. Okay, done, my friends? Let's discuss together. So I want someone to tell me about finding things in common. All finding things in common. All the phrases. Who can?
Okay, me too neither. That is the same for me. We both
Nice. We both
uh,
like. Fine.
okay. We're similar in.
Good.
I think that's all.
Something we share is, right?
Yes.
Great. Thank you very much. Okay, so what about finding differences? Who wants to share?
Yeah, I'm the opposite. Neither do have I.
Nice.
Okay. We're not on the same page.
Nice. Thank you very much. Okay. So what about I need someone يعني a new face. What about telling other people?
I think the last phrases.
Yeah, like I never thought of it that way, for example, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's very fine, my friends. Let's go back for the most important part. Here we have some topics like family and home, interests and tastes, work and studies, and daily life. What I want you to do, my friends, is to work together in a group and try to talk about these topics to find the similarities and the differences, to find what have you got in common and what have you got different. Okay? So, for example, let me talk about the first one, Mr. Yasin. Hello, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Fine. So, let's go for family and home. So,
Okay.
with who do you live?
With my friends.
But for me, I live with my family, so we don't have this part in common, right?
Yes, of course. Because we are different.
Yeah, so are you married or single?
I'm married.
But for me, I'm single, so we don't have this in common. True?
This is good to hear that.
You need to discuss, يعني to do the same. But take care, my friends. You need to talk about the 4 topics and try to use the useful language that or the phrases that we took in the last slide, okay?
Okay.
Okay?
You will do that in groups or individuals?
No, you will work. I want to know best who will share with me. Okay, welcome back, my friends. Can you hear me well, right? So my friends, let's talk about you, ba. Did you have all things or all things different or what? My friends, can you hear me? Hi.
Yes, we are the same about some things and we are different about others.
Tell me, what about the common things?
We are married.
We're late or what?
What?
I think we are late. Me and Miss Nisma.
No, no worries, no worries. It's okay.
Yeah, okay.
So we are talking about the first group, the first room. They said that they are common and they are married, and what else? They are married. Yes. Complete, Mr. Yasin.
We have the same interests. We both like football.
Mm-hmm. Great.
We don't like reading.
Mm-hmm. Fine.
We both like going to the cinema and spending nice time with our families at weekends.
Mm-hmm.
But
Nice.
Yasin is a big fan of reading. He likes spending his morning reading a newspaper.
Wow. So what do you read? يعني what's your favorite kind of reading, يا Mr. Yasin?
Wants to know about news, about the world.
Uh-huh.
Yes. He wants to read while he's drinking a coffee.
Yeah. And so in Kuwait,
Yes.
yes, they have a lot of coffees, yes. So so that's very fine. So tell me, what about the second room, Miss Nisma and Mr. Mahmoud?
Yes. Okay.
Tell me
I
about
think
what do you have in common, and what do you have? What are the differences you have?
yeah, we are the same. We live with our mothers. So also we are the same as the type of the home. We don't like we're the same. We like reading books and shopping.
What kind of books do
We
you
don't,
prefer, Miss Nisma? What
yeah,
kinds of books do you prefer?
Science fiction books and fantasy books. We said that we both like Harry Potter.
Wow, that's very
Yeah.
fine. And I do really enjoyed the idea of sticking to the useful language that we took. For example, I liked that Miss Nisma and Mr. Yasin used many of them. For example, we are not on the same page. We both like one thing in common. So this is, or we have in common. So this is very perfect. We just have one comment. And this is, by the way, we are Egyptians, يعني. Let's look at this phrase here in the screen. He read. Is it a correct form
read
of a
or
sentence?
he reads.
Reads.
He reads.
He
That's
reads,
not
yeah. So
correct.
we have,
Reads.
yes, we need to take care of the subject-verb agreement, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes.
great. So all in all, it was a very good job, and I do really enjoyed this demo. Thank you very much. And now it's your example. I was showing you how do we teach speaking, or the stages that we follow. Now, I want you to go for this and see this part. Okay.
Not yes.
Yes.
It's clear now. Okay. So my friends, after we have shown, or I have showed you a real example of a session or for a speaking session, what I want you now to do, here we have some stages or some procedures that I followed while I was giving the demo. I want you to be back with your memories and rearrange these stages. What is number one? يعني what did I do number one? What is number two? Like this. Let me do the first one with you. Have a look at my friends for 30 seconds and tell me what was the first thing I did.
Again, Miss Khulud, what should I do?
Okay, so while I was giving or doing the demo, Mr. Yasin, I followed some stages. For example, I started with kaza and then I followed kaza like this. Here, we have these stages or these procedures. I want you to rearrange them in order. Number one, for example, number two, like this. For
Okay,
example,
lead in.
Okay, I think number 5 is the first step.
no, did I play the audio the first one? No.
I think number 2.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Great. So this is number one. Do the same, my friends. You have a minute to do that.
Okay.
Work individually first.
You like your name, Miss Khulud.
Yeah, very much.
Okay.
The next one, I think it's number 1.
Again?
Number 1?
Number
I'm
2
right.
is number
Number-
1.
Yes.
Yes, it's
Number
correct.
3 is number 2.
لا لا, work individually first, my friends.
Okay.
Done.
Okay, so check your answer here, my friends, together.
Okay,
In
I
the main
think
session.
number 1 is number 2.
Yes, guys, I think number 2 is number 5, which is Miss Khulud played an audio. So what do you think? Do you have the same answer?
Number 2?
The last one.
Yeah, number 2 is
The third one, I think.
The third, match and activity, but I guess we have like a context first, which is like an audio or maybe a reading, you know.
she's already give us number 1.
No,
Number
no,
2.
I'm talking
Yes,
about
the-
number 2, which is يعني the second stage, the second step. Okay.
Number 2, I think it's number 1. She put us in a group to talk about things they have in common in the conversation.
But I think it was like
So number 5, after that she gave us an audio, and then she put us in the group. So number 5, I think number 2, and number 1, it's number 3.
I'm kind of confused because of the numbers, but I'm gonna tell you about my answer, guys, and you can check if you have the same or not, okay? And if we don't have the same, we can check together, yeah. So I think the first step is Miss Khulud asks questions in order to have things in common, which is number 2, okay? I think the second stage or the second step, which is Miss Khulud played an audio, which is number 5. For me, number 3, the third step, I think it's number 3, which is matching activity, which is related to the chart, like we are on the same page, we are not, and these phrases, يعني. According to the fourth one, let me check. I think it's the first point, which is we were in groups, يعني. On the last thing, when she highlighted our mistakes, number 4. Do you have the same or not?
I agree with you.
Okay. How about the rest? How about you, Miss Siham, Mr. Muhammad? Okay. So I guess Miss Khulud, we finished, I guess.
Okay, my friends, now let's talk together. So we agreed on number 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back for number 2. What's the next step?
I think number 5.
I think number 2 is number 1. Put student in group to talk about things they have in common.
I agree with Mr. Yassin. Number 1, the second one.
No, this was number 1. This was for the speaking stage. So it wasn't number 1.
Yeah,
right?
which is like number 4.
Mm.
This is like step number 4, right?
Okay, yes, step number 4 appears now. Okay, so let's go again. This is about things that we have in common. This is number 1. Then I played the audio, right?
Yes.
So this is number 2. And then what did I do?
The phrases.
The phrases, yes, correct. So this is number 3. Good job. Ha.
The speaking task.
The
Number
speaking
1.
task. So this is number 1. And finally, what did I do?
correcting the errors and the
Yes,
mistakes.
exactly. So this is very fine. Let's go back here, my friends. Here we have some, in order to teach a speaking lesson, we have some stages named as useful language, lead in, feedback, preparation, and speaking. What I want you to do is to put them in order. For example, we start with what?
Lead
Lead
in.
in.
Lead in.
Lead in. So this is number 1. I want you to do the same, my friends. Work individually first for a minute.
Okay.
I finished.
Great. So just wait for 30 seconds. Okay, so if you finished, Mr. Yassine, match them with the last procedures. For example, in the lead-in, Khurud asks questions about things they have in common.
Yes.
Yeah, Miss Khulud, I finished.
Okay,
finished,
great. So now, let's check together. Number 2.
Preparation.
Preparation.
Preparation, good. And number 3?
Useful language.
Useful
Useful
language.
language.
Okay. Number 4?
Speaking.
The speaking task.
Speaking.
Yes.
And finally,
Feedback.
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 feedback. Good job. Nice. Okay. Hereby we have again the stages, but this time I want you to match them with the aims of each stage. For example, what is the aim of useful language? Let's look at that in the second column.
To provide students with the language they need in the speaking stage.
Exactly.
agree
Thank
with
you,
you,
Mr.
yes.
Saddam. Thank you, Mr. Saddam. Do the same, my friends. Work individually first.
I think I'm finished.
Good student you are. Good candidate.
Done.
Okay, so check your answers together, my friends.
Yes, hello.
Okay, let's talk together, my friends. What about number 2, lead in? What is the aim?
To
Generate
generate
interest.
interest
To
in the topic.
generate interest to the topic.
Great. So what about feedback?
The last
Check
one.
students' ideas,
Idea.
praise their good use
No,
of
no,
language.
feedback.
and-
Feedback. I'm talking about feedback.
They check
Yes.
the ideas, praise their good use of language, and highlight the
Yes.
And
mistakes.
highlight their mistakes, yes.
Exactly. Yes. Okay. So preparation.
To provide students with ideas they need in the speaking stage.
Exactly. So speaking.
To give
To give
students
them-
a chance to practice speaking fluently.
Exactly. Thank you, my friends. So let's go back for another point or another point. Okay, let's think about the timing for each stage. If you have a 45-minute lesson, how could you plan your lesson? What about the timing? Think individually first for a minute. Think individually first for a minute, and then we will talk.
Okay.
Okay, discuss your ideas, my friends.
Lead in, I think, 5 minutes.
Yes. Preparation maybe between 5 to
5,
7
7,
minutes.
7, yes.
Mm-hmm.
The
Useful
same
language.
for useful language.
10
Useful
minutes.
language, yeah. Not 10. I think 10 minutes are a lot. I think 7 to 8 minutes are enough.
Okay, speaking not less than 20 minutes.
Yes.
15 to 20 minutes,
About
yes.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Anyone here have a different opinion?
Okay, so let's talk, my friends, again.
Mhm.
So what about lead-in?
We agree
5
that
minutes.
we need 5 minutes.
Yeah, from 5 to 7, for example, because this depends on the number of students. Take care. Today you are
Regardless
not
of students, yes, in the class.
number of the students. Yeah, what about preparation?
7 minutes.
No, for something like today you listened for 2 audios, and the 2 audios aslan are 3 minutes, and you listened for the second conversation again. No, it can't, in some scenarios it doesn't work, especially if it's an intermediate level.
If we have one audio.
ما هو if it's one audio برضو it won't be less than 3 minutes or 2.5 minutes. And if you replay it again, so they are 5 minutes.
So we can say مثلا 7 to 10.
From 10, and it may يعني for me 10 is perfect. But if it exceeds to مثلا 15 maximum, and 15 this is too long يعني. But if it's 10, it's perfect. But for something like the useful language, how much time do you need?
I think 7.
15 minutes.
Yeah, from 5 to 7.
Because it's not
Yeah,
a vocabulary lesson.
it's just a task you're matching.
Yes.
Okay. So what about the speaking task?
20.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, this depends. But if the preparation stage was wasn't so long, you can make the speaking for 20 minutes. But of course, you cannot make it less than 15. Because this is the main aim of your lesson. And finally, what about the feedback stage?
5 minutes.
Yeah, from 3 to 5 maximum. Okay, so that's very fine. Now it's your turn. I provided you with the demo and then with the stages, aims, and timing. It's your turn now to have a lesson and tell me how will you plan it. Let me choose for you. You will work as a whole group, my friends, but let me choose for you a not common Mr. Yasin and Mr. Saddam, honestly, did you plan this lesson before? Did you give it a TP for it?
I can't remember anything.
No,
I
no,
meant
I
for
don't think
yours,
so.
but for Mr. Saddam.
No, no.
No. Okay, so here we have a speaking lesson about reviewing a book or a CD concert. What I want you to do is to plan this lesson. يعني tell me, how will you teach this lesson? With the stages and with the timing. And what are the tasks that will you do? Okay? So imagine that you are having this lesson and you are going to provide a lesson plan and teach this lesson. You need to give me everything. Yeah, you need to tell me the stages. For example, in the lead-in, I will do this and I will show a picture for this and I will use this time, for example, 5 minutes, things like this, okay?
Okay.
I want you to work individually first for 3 minutes. Individually, plan it alone first. And then you will talk together to agree on the whole shape of the lesson, okay? My friend.
Okay, guys, so
Start.
So
Okay.
guys, what do you think about the lead-in?
For me, I am going to play a short video about a book review.
Nice. That's amazing. Guys, do you have any other ideas?
I'll ask them about what kinds of music they like.
Nice. Yeah. For me, I'm gonna show them the pictures and in order to elicit the word like book, concert, games, you know. And after that, I'm gonna go to activity 1, which is go to a musical, go to the cinema or whatever, yani. And I will ask them if they do it or not. If they do it, they will write. Sorry, if they never do it, they will write like number 1 to number 4, yani, which is activity 1. And I will ask them after that to check together, yani, and it will take like I think 3 minutes. Okay. What do you think, guys, about number 2? Do you think it would be
I think we have a
Preparation
listening here.
stage.
We have audio.
Mhm.
We have audio here, so we should
It's
delay
related
it
to
on.
number 3, right?
Listen to his review. No.
Yeah. So the lead-in, we said maybe we will show them a video and it's about, as you said, a book review or a concert review, or maybe we said maybe we will take activity 1, right? طيب, what do you think about the second stage preparation? You said audio, yes. So what should we do here and how much time?
As Ms. Khalid said,
Mhm.
it's regards to the type of audio, but I think 10 minutes.
Yes.
They are going to listen to 3 people talking about something they have seen, read, or listened,
Mhm.
and they will answer these questions.
Mhm.
This is for preparation.
They will
Yeah,
compare their answers in group, compare.
Mhm.
So I think they will take 10 minutes.
They will
Yeah.
listen and they can take another exercise to match.
Mhm. Yeah. I think this is related to the audio itself because maybe the audio we will
Yes.
have like some difficult words. I think they are in activity too, like acting, singing, characters, graphics. I think it's related to the listening itself because maybe they
Yes,
are like some blocking words.
I agree
So
with you.
yes, yeah. So it's gonna be like the introduction of the preparation. Okay. After that, as you said, guys, yes, the listening part, which is preparation. So what's after that? So as you said, yes, I think
Language.
10 minutes. Yeah. After that, the useful language, we already have them here. Like it's called.
Exercise 3B. Have you seen, have you read, listened to any? Do you agree
These.
with or not?
To these things. Yeah, I think it's like it's related to preparation too. Right?
Maybe the second page after task speaking, A and B. They
No,
can
no,
be
before speaking, we already at number 3B. I think this is related to preparation too. It's like brainstorming or something like that. It will give them like a chance in order to
To share their ideas together.
yeah, exactly. Yes. And what's
So-
after preparation? It's useful language, right?
Useful language.
Yeah, we already have here like describing what it is and giving your opinion. I think this is like functional language. Okay, so how can we explain it, guys? What do you think?
Making group and they ask together.
For me, we can give them a table describing what it is, giving your opinion, and list the answer related to everyone. And I'm going to do the first one. For the example, it's called belongs to describing what it is. And I'll give them time to put the rest of phrases. And then
Nice.
I'm going to send them to breakout rooms to check their answers together. After
Yes.
that, when they are back, we will discuss the answers together before
Nice.
speaking.
And yeah. Yes, and of course we will check the meaning with them and the pronunciation, right? Yes. Okay, and after that the speaking task, which is here, which is A and B. So
They are going to choose one of the things in preparation and talk about it. They will be given from 15 to 20 minutes.
But I think here we have like 2 tasks. Let me check it out.
They are going to choose one of them. They are asked to choose one of the things in preparation exercise 1 about something that they have seen, read, or listened to.
Yeah. Yes.
So we can choose one of them, A or B.
Maybe B.
Maybe. Never mind. I agree with you. The
Mhm.
last stage is the feedback after the speaking.
So according to their language itself and if they يعني the pronunciation, the ideas, of course the ideas first يعني after the pronunciation or the structure. Yes.
Yes.
Like my friends. So now let's check together. I do really enjoyed your ideas. You are a clever student or clever teachers. So let's talk about يعني about each stage. What about your lead-in? What did you agree on?
We agreed on two
For
things.
me, I said I can start with a short video about a book review.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it works, but take care. Your video needs to be very short.
Short.
Yes.
Maybe it works. Yes. And maybe you get مثلا some reviews يعني some memes about reviews that we have them online and start making a discussion. Good idea. Okay, what else? What else can you use?
Yes or no question in leading.
Yeah, it makes يعني يعني it will be so short if you
Regards
ask
to
you so
student
question.
level or grade, intermediate or
Yeah,
high level,
but here
yes.
this is an intermediate level, so you need to make it a يعني you need some more elaboration or discussion.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Maybe we
so
can
what
show
about the
them
next one?
yeah
The coming stage?
preparation.
Mm-hmm. So what will you do? Which task will you choose? يا جماعة, which task will you choose?
3.
Yeah,
Number
number
3.
three. Yes, it makes sense. Good. So that's great. Okay, so what about the coming stage?
Useful language.
Useful language.
Number 2, task 2.
Task 2. This one? Which of the activities?
No, useful language first.
The one in the box, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, great. And we can make it in the form of a matching activity like what I did today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great. So what about the speaking stage?
B or A.
Yeah, why did you choose A? يعني we can make both, but this depends on your timing and the number of students. So that's great. So if you have the chance to choose just one, which one will you choose and why?
I'm gonna choose B.
B.
Why B?
Because we have here some prompts, some questions. They will help them a lot.
I agree with that. And this makes sense more with elementary or pre-intermediate. Good. Okay, so so for people who will choose A, why will you choose A? So which one of these is more productive or personalized?
I think B.
B.
Yeah, yes, I agree. Okay, so usually we prefer student-centered, personalized, and engaging activities. That's why I go for B with you. Okay, so what's after speaking?
Feedback.
Feedback.
Feedback. And in the feedback, what do we do?
We focus on the ideas first, after the good usage of language, and then we correct the mistakes. We elicit from them يعني if this sentence correct or not, and
Okay, so that's very perfect. We are going to go for a coming point. We will finish in 10 minutes maximum. يعني don't worry, my friends. So here we are going back to read a paragraph or an article about the problems that may face you when you teach speaking. So here you need to read, يعني have a look at this paragraph or article quickly and tell me the problems that may face you while speaking. يعني in this article, the writer mentioned some problems that may face the teacher while teaching a speaking lesson. What I want you to do is to read quickly and tell me what are these problems. Ready?
Yes.
Work alone for maybe a minute first. Okay, so let's talk together to save time. What are the problems that he mentioned here in the article? And what kinds of problems also that face students while speaking?
He mentioned two kinds of problems, linguistic and content-related issues.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so for linguistic problems, what did he mention?
And the first one is that students may struggle with language anxiety, which can cause nervousness,
Mm-hmm. Great. And what
fear
about
of making mistakes,
fear of committing mistakes? Yes, good. Okay, so
Mm,
what about bad the academic or the content ones? What do you think, yeah, Nisma?
The lack of ideas,
Mm-hmm. Nice.
lack of awareness, and also the topic is not personalized.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, so let's go for this part. Okay, so here we have some solutions. I want you to have a look at these solutions and tell me, do you agree with these solutions or no? And how can you apply these solutions for the problems? For example, if they have a fear of committing errors, which one of these will you choose? And how can you apply it? You have a minute to think alone first, and then we will talk.
in the question.
Yeah, Mr. Yasin, what were you saying, Mr. Yasin?
You're talking to me?
You were asking a question, right?
No.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go for the answers, my friends. Let's discuss together, ba? Okay. Yes, here we are. So, what about scaffolding techniques? What are scaffolding techniques? يعني firstly, what are scaffolding techniques? Who knows?
Variety of technique, yeah.
No.
What?
Okay, so scaffolding techniques are these techniques that you use to provide your students with the ideas. يعني ايه؟ اللي هو ايه؟
To grab them?
لا. Do you know when you make a cake? You need to prepare everything, right?
Yes.
It's exactly like scaffolding كده. يعني you provide your students مثلا for with
You provide them with
the
ideas.
language and with the ideas, and you told them the structures, and you modeled one example for them. So you scaffolded everything. يعني خلاص they are ready to do it. So these are scaffolding techniques. These are examples of scaffolding techniques. اللي هو بتجهز اللي قدامك بكل حاجة. You scaffolded everything for him. So it's easier for him to now to start doing the task or to speak.
Yes, because now he has the ideas he needs
Everything.
and the language. Yes. Totally agree.
Yeah. So with the scaffold, do you agree with the scaffolding techniques?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so with which problem mentioned in the article we can use?
The lack of ideas.
Good. What else? It makes sense with lack of ideas, yes. So what about the next one? Do you agree with that or no?
Provide feedback while students are speaking.
No.
I disagree.
Yes, me too. Because this will take you again to the same problem, which is fear of speaking Oslo.
Yes.
Great. So the use of authentic materials. What is meant by authentic materials?
Maybe it's from a newspaper article or
Yeah, something real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
not AI or something like this. Okay, so do you agree with that or no?
Yeah. Especially for intermediate.
Yes, and this solves the problem of what? Mentioned in the passage there.
I think the content should be personalized. I think.
Nice. Because if the content is authentic, So it's personalized, of course, and engaging at the same time, right? Right?
Yeah.
لو الحاجة مثلا talking about something that happens every day, so students will be يعني interested in the talk itself.
Yes.
Okay, nice. So use personalized, engaging topics.
Yes.
Of course, agree.
Okay, so neglect students' needs.
No.
No.
Oh, because this will result in what? On what?
They will be bored.
And will they speak?
No.
No, they won't.
Yeah. So they will, يعني for example, speak for 2 minutes and this stop. Yeah. Okay, so what about the last one? Provide linguistic models.
Agree.
Yes.
We did it today in which stage? In the demo.
Useful language.
Exactly. And does this help the students to speak or no?
Yeah, sure.
Of course.
Great. So the last thing, والله, I know that يعني you are bored, but let's go.
No, we are not.
We have still 2 things. Okay, so which one first? Okay, so let's go for this first. I want you to think about do and do nots in a speaking session. يعني things you need to do and things you mustn't do in a speaking session. Think, for example, for 2 things you need to do and 2 things you don't need to do, and then we will talk. Okay, my friends, discuss together كده what are the do and do nots that you need to do when you teach a speaking lesson. Start.
Okay, I can start.
You can start with your friends.
Okay, I think the 2 things we should do, for example, the first one, the lesson should focus on real life so that students can be engaged and interested from the very beginning. The second one, we should provide language input as we agreed, vocabulary, phrases, and grammar structures. Things we shouldn't do, we shouldn't interrupt students too much, and we should avoid letting strong students dominate. We should ensure everyone can take a chance and speak by using pair work. Do you agree with me?
Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
for me, things I should do, maximize the students' talking time, as you said. Provide or use engaging and relevant topics. And things I shouldn't do or must not, يعني. I must not skip the preparation time because it's really important. What else? Yeah. I must not ignore the pronunciation issues. So what do you think, guys?
Okay, my friends, thank you very much for these amazing ideas. I liked your ideas. But here we have, from my experience, يعني as a teacher trainer or ACT, when I assess students or candidates TPs, these were some of the problems that I always face the teachers while giving a TP. Have a look at them quickly and tell me, do you agree with that or no? Okay, my friends, do you agree with that or no? يعني, have you ever أصلا faced these problems while you were taking your TOEFL or teaching or something like this?
Of course.
Yes.
I think يعني for me يعني I've worked for a long time as a teacher trainer, and mainly these are the 7 problems that I usually see people doing all the time. So that's fine. Let's go for, I'll show you a quick model for a lesson plan. I did it when I was a student يعني, and I will show you the lesson plan itself. And I will send it in WhatsApp group, by the way. Okay, so here, when we write a lesson plan, you need to provide the lesson, the aim of the lesson and the context of the lesson, the name of the lesson itself. And then you need to mention your sub-aim. In the language analysis, here, this is not a vocab or grammar lesson, but you can put the part for useful language. For the anticipated problems, you need to mention the problem and you need to vary the problems that you will talk about. For example, you need to mention technological problems, teaching problems, problems related to the students, the number of students, for example, problems related to the classroom, these stuffs. And you need to provide solutions for these problems. Then if we go here, you need to mention the materials that you will use, and then you need to write the stage with the aim for each stage, and then the interaction pattern. For example, will the students work individually, or will they work with the teacher, or will they work together? No interruption or no interference from the teacher. Then you need to mention the time for each stage, and finally you need to write the procedures in details. And it's better if you use the verb, for example, display, write, do the task, something like this. And it's better if you copied the questions or the ICQs that you will use, and you will follow the same pattern for the rest of the stages. This is a quick summary for the lesson plan. And now the last thing, or it's your turn, I want you to tell me, I want you in groups to talk about what you have learned today for 2 minutes only, and then I will leave you all. Go.
We've learned the stages for teaching a speaking lesson: lead-in, preparation, useful language, speaking, and feedback. We learned great tips to do and things we have to avoid while teaching a speaking lesson. A great session, by the way.
Thank you very much, Mr. Saddam. Okay, so my friends, thank you very much for your attendance today. I was really happy having you all, and I hope that you have enjoyed, and I wish to see you again in a new input session, inshallah. By the way, for people who wants to, there is an availability or a present for people who attended today to give a speaking session and get an oral and written feedback. If you want to do so, just send me a message in WhatsApp, and I'm ready to help. Thank you very much, my friends, for your attendance, and see you again, inshallah. Enjoy your nights. Goodbye.
Thank you very much for your time, and we will be waiting for the materials.
Okay, I will send them in the WhatsApp. Is there anyone here opening from a laptop?
No one from.
Yes.
Yes, who here? It seems no one, so no pictures. Have a good night, my friends. Goodbye.